Hannah, I read your story, I reread it, and then I had to read it again. How is it not illegal to sell human body parts?
Well, there's two laws. One, you can't take from Native American grave sites, and two, you can't, organs for transplant, you can't sell those. Otherwise, it's kind of a free-for-all. As I learned, you can buy, human brains suspended in formaldehyde. You can buy skulls. You can buy femurs. You can buy human fetuses also suspended in liquid. And I found this out because it's like openly accessible. There's Facebook groups. You can just type in skulls, oddities, and any number of groups will show up. Like, I probably was a member of 10 at one point, just for research.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah, just for the research.
And these have 20,000 members or more in them. It's mostly unregulated. It's not something that the U.S. government has touched, and it's a thing that states have kind of let just happen.
A free-for-all for human body parts. Who is Jeremy Pauley?
Now, Jeremy Pauley is one of, if you were looking for a skull, you would probably be directed to Jeremy Pauley. He's one of the most active oddities dealers in this Facebook marketplace. And where he makes his money is selling very odd human specimens. And where he came in here is he was the first person that people went to when they got stolen body parts from the Harvard morgue. They said, you know who'd want this? You know who'd buy this? Jeremy Pauley. And it's true. Jeremy was like, please, yeah, I'll buy these. I have a whole network of people I can sell them to.
Even though it was illegal?
So, yeah, I mean, in this case, it was only illegal in this case because they stole from the Harvard morgue. Okay. Generally, Jeremy Pauley acquires body parts by any number of means, sometimes...
Not really asking the
no, you never ask. Yeah, I mean, that's a common theme in this world is it's kind of don't ask, don't tell. It's often people will be like, oh, where'd you get that? And someone says, oh, no backstory. And that kind of just closes the line of questioning.
What is the picture behind us, and how does it kind of fit into your story?
Yeah, so in addition to the Facebook marketplace, there's also these things called Oddities Expos, which is, you can buy anything there if you'd like. You can buy like a pen with a little octopus tentacle in it, or you could buy a dead puppy in a jar. In several of them, you can also buy skulls and bones, and sometimes, if you're lucky, this quote-unquote wet specimen, which is like a heart or a brain, right? Yeah. This particular expo, which I did attend in Louisville, had just decided to put an end to those human body part sales. In part,
it was a bridge too far.
Yeah, it was a bridge too far. I mean, what the organizer told me was I looked around and I decided I could not be certain that none of these things on the table had come from the donors in Harvard. And that's how she was like, I'm just going to draw a line there. And a lot of this community is about drawing self-drawn lines because there's no laws. So it comes down to the very people in that world to kind of be like, no, this is where we stop and this is the line we can't cross. And of course, that leads to a lot of nefariousness and abuse.
You have covered some incredible stories for the Globe, interesting stories, stories of consequence. What was it like writing about this?
Well, I can never report about this story while eating lunch, which was kind of a downside. Yeah, drop in productivity in that sense. I'd say it was, I mean, there's so many niche worlds out there that we'd rather not look at. And just because we don't look at them, it doesn't mean that they don't exist. And I think that's kind of what happened here with this Harvard scandal. Blew open the door. It was just a node in a network of a nationwide marketplace that exists, whether we want it to or not.
When it comes to scrutiny and finding out the story, best investigative reporter, Hanna Krueger, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
For Boston Globe Today interviews delivered straight to your inbox, be sure to sign up for our newsletter at bostonglobe.com/BGT.